Hey guys, today we're going to talk about MEP design in Autodesk Revit. So MEP is not like structural or architectural design where you can essentially do in one project. So for the MEP design, you have to link your MEP file to your architectural file. So first, let's create a empty structural templates or structural empty system project. So we just clicked on new, and under new project you can see there is a drop down menu. If any of you don't see all these other options, if you only see none, that is probably because you don't have all the contents just installed on your computer along with the Revit software. What you can do is you can just go online and search for not seeing maybe structural templates, and it's going to take you to a Autodesk web page. It's going to tell you how to update your Revit program. So now we have the drop down menu, but these aren't the ones that I need, so I just click on browse, and it's going to show me all the templates that I have. For our purpose for the MEP system, we're just going to click on system default. So now we click on open and just hit OK. It's going to take a few seconds to open the project. What it's doing is essentially is creating all these different views and making all the system changes for this project file. So you know, when you're in an architectural project, and under this project browser you can see maybe floor plan or elevation or 3D views. So it's the same for the MEP Revit profile project. Under the browser you can see you have electrical, maybe power, mechanical, and plumbing. So first thing we need to do, we need to save this project. Just save it as a project. Just gonna save it to my folder, project 1 MEP, and just gonna click on save. So basically MEP stands for mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, and those are the important equipments that are needed in a building. So it looks like it's been saved. Like I said, we have to link our architectural file to this file so that we can have all the 3D view and floor plans ready for this project. I'm just gonna select the architectural Revit file and click on open. It's gonna open the Revit file. It's gonna link all the information to this mechanical and electrical and plumbing Revit file. So now if we go to lighting, we can see, you know, these are the floor plans that we have. So if you click on the system button, you can see these are all the things that you can add to a building. We have HVAC, mechanical, plumbing, and electrical. So why don't we start with HVAC systems. Now, I'm just gonna go down and select HVAC system. It's gonna open the floor plans, mechanical 0, and just gonna zoom in So for a HVAC system, we have to have the unit and the ducts that's connecting the unit and the terminal, and obviously we need the air terminals. So let's get started. We just click on mechanical equipment, and under the drop down menu we have all those things that we can select. For our purpose, we're gonna stick with VAV unit. VAV unit, it's something that you can put in your building, and it's gonna automatically adjust the temperature or the wind speed if you set it ahead. So that's that. We also have to have air terminals. Now I'm just putting all those stuff as I want, but if you have the 2D drawings ready for you, so you can just put all these things where it should be. The regular practice in industry nowadays is just still we're going to come up with the design on 2D drawings, and they're going to transfer those information inside the 3D or 4D BIM model. It is a waste of labor, of course, but that is the current situation. And although with softwares like Revit, it can automatically do some design work for you, but you really have to know what's going on there so that it can, let it do the work for you and not mess it up. So now we have all these things. Let's just see what it's look like under 3D view. So you can see the unit is right there in the room. It's obviously not right, but it should be actually inside a mechanical room. But for the demonstration purpose, I'm just gonna leave it there. Next, we have to connect this system up with duct. Of course, we can select on duct, and then you just go around and see what kind of duct you have. You have like oval, rectangular, and round. Once you select one of the duct, you can always just change the width, the height, and the offset, and then you just go ahead and connect the unit to the duct. So it's going to work. But let's say, as you can see, Revit is actually automatically adjusting the duct going directions for you and adding, very necessary connections to the system. So if you know your diameters or whatever, you can obviously do this for the duct and you'll get a great result. But now let's say I don't know nothing about how to connect all of those things, and I don't have a 2D drawing ready for me. I just want to connect them. And actually Revit has got us covered for that. We have to first make these 4 equipment joined in a duct system. How you can do that is you can click on any of these things, and here you can see create system, and here you select duct. It's going to ask you for a name and a system type. I'm just going to leave it as is. Now you see this square box surrounding this air terminal. That means this is a system on its own. Of course, we have to add this unit to the system so that it can, give the air to air terminal. The way we can do that is we can go here and select equipment, and now I'm gonna select the equipment, and now you can see it's surrounding the unit and the air duct, and this is how you can create a duct system. Of course, we're not done here because these two terminals also have to be included inside this system. So now I'm going to do is edit system, and we can just add to system and select these two ducts, and you just hit finish. Now you can see these four are all in blue lines, and if you go hover above one of the terminals and just click on tab, it's gonna show you the system, and now you click on it, you're gonna select the whole system. So the good thing about Revit automatically generate the layout for you is, as you can see here, Revit is providing several solutions for the layout, and you can go ahead and look at all the solutions, and you can just select the one you want. Now I like this one, but you know what, I don't really like this line. So the way I can change this is I can edit layout and select on the line. Maybe you can just go a little bit further, you can go whatever you want. So let's get back, and once you're done with the editing, you can click on finish, and it's gonna draw all the ducts for you automatically. And here we have warnings saying there is an open connection and it's gonna affect the duct system. Okay, actually there are two. So what do you do with that? We can click on the duct, and here you can just directly cap the open ends. It's gonna take care of that for you, and also cap open ends. So you can see there used not to be a duct cap, but it's there now, so it's okay now. Let's go to the 3D view and see what's happening here. See, all the equipments are connected perfectly, and let's go back. So this automatically generating thing, it is actually pretty good, but it's just connecting all the stuff for you. It's not calculating or doing a better design by make all the ducts at it right size. Let's say maybe this duct don't have to be that thick or wide, it can be a little bit smaller. And how you're going to do that, you can obviously select that and change whatever parameter is in here, but that is not efficient. And Revit has a pretty good automatic function for us just to resize those. Select all of the equipment, and it's gonna select all of them, and now you can see under analysis there is a duct pipe sizing. You click on that, it's gonna ask you under what kind of criteria you want to set. So let's say the velocity is this, and just click on OK. It's going to calculate and do all the work, and it's going to resize all the duct, as you can see. This one used to be a lot bigger, and it's now a little bit smaller. So that's the auto sizing tool. Now, what we can do is we can go back to the 3D view, and the duct system is right there. And if you want to add more terminals or more stuff, you can just do that and just connect them as what we did before. So the HVAC system is over. Let's do the plumbing now. So under plumbing, you can go to floor plans and just click on plumbing. And this is a pretty small room. This can be a toilet. So let's go to the plumbing and piping, this tab, and click on the plumbing fixture. There are several things that we can select from. We have the water closet, the sink, and the sink island, the sink kitchen. Let's add the water closet first. As you can see, you are actually have to put that on a wall, so it can just mount on the wall. Let me just put that there. So let's go back to the plumbing fixture. There are several stuff here, but this sink, it's mounted on a wall. It has to be placed on a vertical face, so you can so now let's say what's wrong with it. If I just put it here, and let's go to the 3D view, you can see it's really not making any sense because the sink is facing toward the water closet. So let's just go back to the view and click on Control Z. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna find a wall-based sink or wall-based water sink. What we can do is we can go to plumbing fixture, and here we can load family. For me, I already downloaded a wall-based family here. This color. You can see what it looks like, and I'm just gonna open it, and it's gonna upgrade it to Revit 2015. And okay, it's done. I'm just gonna select the water sink that we just imported, which is actually automatically selected for us, and I'm just gonna mount it on this side of the wall. And now you click on 3D view, you can see it makes sense to put that there. Of course, the height and offset, you can always adjust all those things. So now let's go back, and just like the HVAC system, you can connect these two equipments together by creating a piping system. Now just select the water closet and go on create system and piping, and it's going to ask you for the name. And now you have to select the equipment. I'm just going to click on that, and it's now a system. So I really want Revit to do that for me, so I'm just going to click on generate layout. Let's work on its solutions. Yeah, this makes sense. I'm just gonna go with that. I'm gonna click finish, and as you can see, it's already connected. Let's go to the 3D view. And looks pretty good. Now the other thing you can do is let's make it a little bit smaller. Where is the thin line tool that I can oh, so it's under view and you go for thin lines. It's gonna make it a little bit better for you to look at them. So now if you select the sink, you can see there are 3 outlets. One is cold water, one is drainage, and the other is the hot water. So how you can connect those, you can just right click and just click on draw pipe, and now you can just draw however you like. Well, for most of it, just let's put it in a 3D view. So for the plumber, he's trying to do is just put these lines inside the wall, but that's his job and things can be changed on site, so you just don't want to mess with it. And it's actually kind of a convention. You just put the line there and just let him know this is your cold water outlets. So I'm gonna select one of those. If you want to draw a pipe for this, you can obviously do that, and maybe just just draw it there. It's gonna be there. So and for the sewage, it's the same. You just draw a pipe for it and go through the wall. And when the plumber sees this drawing, he will know what to do. So this is pretty much it for the plumbing system. And what left is the electrical. So for electrical, what we have to do is we can actually just go and create some lights in the room. So I just click on the floor plans and lighting. So for electrical, it's pretty complicated. These are the things that you can play with electrical, and you actually have to add the electrical equipment onto the the drawing. So some things you have to do is you have to have a panel to connect the the lights, the equipment, and all those stuff. Whatever needs the power, and you have to have a transformer, which is essentially providing the power to the panel. So let's say you just want to put a transformer, let's say here. So it's telling me it's not visible under that circumstance, but I'm just gonna go to the 3D view, and here it is, right in the room. Again, it should be actually inside a equipment room, like the ones you can see in the Francis Hall. All those piping and all those equipments, they are residing inside a room. So let's say you just put it there. And then let's go back to the floor plan. What you can do is you can add another equipment, which is what we said, what we talked about. Let's say a landing panel, which you want to put on this wall. And again, it's not visible, but when you go to the 3D view, you can see it's right there with the transformer. So let's go back. And you know, if you want to put the light, let's say inside this room, first you have to have a ceiling to put the lights on. So let's go to the ceiling plan, and here, you know, we don't have a ceiling yet, so let's just go to architecture and ceiling and just sketch the ceiling. Remember, they have to be like closed lines. So let's do a rectangular and just click on finish. Now we're good with the ceiling. We can go back to okay, we can just stay on the ceiling plan. So now we are gonna add lighting fixtures to the room. Here you can select whatever you want, but we don't have much, so let's just load family. And under it you can see lighting, yeah. And we're gonna go with MEP internal, maybe, you know, someone, yeah, they all look pretty good. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the ceiling light and just click on open. And you need to put it on face and just click it wherever you want, you know. Let's go see the 3D view for this. So now you can actually see the lights. It's on the ceiling, and it's gonna provide light for the room. Let's go back. You know, only the lights is not enough. We have to add a switch to operate the lights. So we go to devices and lightning. Of course, now we can go and select maybe one-way switch and just put it on the wall, wherever you like. So let's say you want one switch for this light and the other switch maybe here for that light. So what you can do now is essentially you just use the wire tool, just connect the switch to the light and just connect the switch to the light. And okay, it's not connected. Right there. Yeah, it's done. So now you have them connected. What essentially you have to do is you have to go there. You see the conduit. You have to connect these switches and lights using the conduits. Connect them to the panel, and from the panel you can connect them to the transformer, which is essentially where the power comes from. So those are the things mostly, you know, need to be worried by the designing guy who is designing this all lighting stuff. So if your architecture, let's say, or general contractor, what you really care about, what you really cares about, is you have to know where to put the lights and where to put the panel and maybe the switch. So that is all. And the connection, you can let the engineering guys worry about that. So yeah, we now have lighting, mechanical, HVAC, and plumbing. Yeah, I think this is it. Thanks for the patience, and good luck.